Okay, here we go. We put this light on. Yo, yo, yo. What's happening, people? Okay, we are live right now. Let me adjust this light right now. It is 30th of August 2021 right now. 6 minutes past 8 p.m. in the evening right now. I'm in London, England right now. We're about to watch Scott Pilgrim versus the World right now. This is movie night on a Monday night right now. What one, people? What one? Listen, yeah. I have had a dizzy. I have had a dizzy. That makes no sense, by the way. It makes sense to me because I'm saying it. I know what I mean. I'm trying to adjust this light to the point where I'm getting it just right. I don't want it. I feel like the light's bouncing too much off my forehead. Got too much of a shine. I might need to get like a filter or something. Yo, Wagwan Alan. Alan Evans 37. It is going alright today, you know, it's going alright. Bank holiday Monday. You know what, the thing about being self-employed is that you really forget when it's a bank holiday. Like, cause every day is just another day. And you forget that on bank holidays, other people, you know, don't work. You know, regular people don't work on bank holidays. So like, you kind of forget that. You just feel like, why? Oh, that's why. Sam Bobby. Big up, Sam. It is going alright, man. It's going alright. How's it going for you? How's it going for all y'all? But yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know what? So yeah, I did that video, the vlog, the bike vlog when I was out on the Uber Eats and cycling around London. It was a pretty cool day. And I put it in the video, but I didn't really give it any kind of context as to what it is. But in the video, there's a bit where I show, you know, a bunch of people marching, right? And I just include like a short clip of that. What that was, was that it was actually an anti-vax protest. And it was kind of awkward because I'm on my way trying to do a delivery. So I'm literally going in the opposite direction than they're going. And the routes kind of led me through this place where they're doing this protest, and they got these signs up. They're saying things like not to vaccinate kids, and I think that was the main one I saw. And what was the other one about? No vaccine passports they didn't want. So it was just kind of like, okay, I'm not gonna say anything. It's none of my business. Y'all do what y'all do. I'm not gonna get involved. Let me just try and get past and do this thing. But it's like just trying to get past. Plus, as I got towards the end, it got really thick, so trying to get past got a little bit difficult. But yeah, oof. But hey, each their own, man. Each their own. I'm all good. Still on a high after Friday. Yeah, the good news, man. The good news. Finally, start making steps to move forward. Well, all in good time, at least anyway. But yeah, that's big up Sam, big up Sophie, big up everybody, big up Alan. But yeah, man, it's what's else happening today? Yeah, so I'm having to sell my car. Well, I don't have to, but I'm selling my car. I figure that's the best choice for me to make right now. I just realized my PlayStation on. Let's my PlayStation. Let me turn this off real quick. That's the thing with the PlayStation. It's so easy to turn on, and you don't even realize. There you go. I'm gonna try being a parent during the school holidays, all the days, and mesh into one. Oh, I can imagine. It's like that for me. It feels like that for me right now. Just like you just don't even know. Like things like I was calling one place, right? And the phone's ringing. And to be fair, like they probably should have on their answer machines that the office is closed. They probably, you know, we call places and they say things like our opening hours are blah 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 blah. It's like they don't have that on their machine, so I feel like that's partly their fault as well. But it's just ringing and ringing and ringing. I'm thinking like, why is nobody answering the phone? What's going on? And then it was like I kind of realized, oh, it's a bank holiday. Yeah, some people actually, most people don't actually work on bank holidays, so that's probably why the phone's just ringing and no one's answering. But oh well. But yeah, it could get like that, man. It just feels like one long day sometimes. Just like people talk, what did you do on Tuesday? I'm like, which one was Tuesday again? I don't know. But yeah, I'm selling my car, man. I'm selling my car. It's just got to, it's one of these things where the car's fine in terms of driving around and all that kind of stuff, but it just didn't pass the inspection for the cab driving, and the cost of getting it fixed is quite high because it involves repainting, and I could claim it on the insurance, but I don't want to do that because that's like long, and then the insurance goes up the following year, and I don't want to do all that. And especially when it's one of these things where it's like when you do cab work, you kind of have to replace your car at some point anyway, just with the nature of the job. You're going to get bumps, you're going to get knocks, you're going to wear your car down. That kind of stuff just happens anyway. So I just thought, you know, I've had this car for 2 years. I've had a good run with it over the 2 years, but yeah, maybe it's time to let it go and maybe get one of these brand new fully electric cars, you know, be one of these cool kids with electric cars. That's what I was going to try and do. But first, yeah, sell the car, pay off the finance, and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, we getting there, man. We getting there. But I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's been having a good day. And if you haven't been having a good day, I hope it gets better. We're about to have some fun. Have you guys seen Scott Pilgrim vs. the World before? Or is this a new movie for you guys? Because I have seen it before. I've seen it a few times before. It's a good movie. Well, I enjoyed it. But yeah, is this the first time y'all be watching? Or you seen it before? Oh, I'll tell you what, actually. I had, what did I have? I had oysters. Was it oyster? Yeah, oyster. I had snail. I had octopus. And what was the other one? Whitebait for the first time yesterday. So out with the family, celebrating. Went to see Candyman. Yeah, I haven't seen it, but what did you think of it? What did you think of it? Anna's not seen it before. This is new for new for Sam. Okay, this is new for both you guys. Okay, I want no spoilers, and I won't say any spoilers. But yeah, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I enjoyed it. It's on Zero right now. Make sure you are ready. Make sure you got your Netflix ready to watch this on Zero. Anybody coming in right now, we're about to watch Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. If you got Netflix, you can get it lined up on Zero. We're best playing a little bit. If you don't have Netflix or any other way you can watch it, it's cool. It's cool. You know, still watch along, still have some fun. But yeah, yesterday we were celebrating my mother's 70th birthday, and we went out to this restaurant, and it was a seafood restaurant. And yeah, they were serving all kinds of stuff that I don't typically eat on a regular basis. But yeah, we tried escargot, which is snails. It's snails, I think they roast it. And it's like garlic and butter on the inside. And then you pull the snail bit out and you eat that. And tried the oysters and tried the octopus. And you know what? Ain't too bad, you know. Ain't too bad. Like, I mean, it's one of these things where I don't think I'd go out and choose it myself, right? It wouldn't be a first choice for me. But, you know, now that I've tried it, I would say it's not too bad. I actually quite like the snails, actually. That was quite alright. That was quite nice, actually. I had a couple of those. So, yeah, trying something different. It was too political and it wasn't remotely scary, so I felt a bit disappointed. And I love seafood, but that I'll pass on that. Well, yeah, that's kind of, well, I haven't heard about the political stuff when it comes to Candyman, but I have heard people say somewhat similar things about it. But yeah, I do still want to see it. And I don't know if I'd see it in the cinema though. I might wait till it's on Netflix or something like that to watch it, but so I'm feeling. But yeah, if you're ever at a seafood restaurant or any restaurant that serves snails, they're quite expensive though. Like, I can't remember the actual price, but I think it was something like £15 or £19, and you get 6 snails. Was it 6 or 7 snails? And considering like you can just catch snails in your garden, you know what I mean? You can just go out in your garden and like catch a bunch of snails and just roast them yourself. But I guess you're paying for the expertise or whatever. But tried the lobster as well. But lobster, I think I'm pretty sure I've had lobster before though. I don't really remember. But it's like I feel like I have a memory of trying lobster before. I just don't remember specifics about it. But yeah, I did try that yesterday as well. And lobster's okay. It's alright. Octopus was quite interesting actually, because like it's kind of weird, really kind of chewy, you know? Like it's kind of like you have to chew it for a while before you can swallow it. It's just kind of, you know, like that. It's kind of like soft turkey. You know, if you ever have turkey, you know how turkey, you have to chew it for a long time. But imagine that, but softer. That's what octopus is. It's like soft turkey. It's like chewing it for ages before you can finally like, okay, oh, now my jaw's tired. But yeah, it was good to try something different though. It was good to try something different. And but yeah, definitely I would recommend the snails. As it doesn't sound like not the type of thing I'd think I'd ever be saying, but yeah, I could honestly recommend snails if you ever get a chance to try snails. All right. Everybody ready? We'll start the movie in a moment. If y'all ready, let me switch over to this screen just to make it look a little bit better. Cause you know we try, man. We try. If you like what you're seeing, hit that like button if you haven't already. I was just hoping for a good slasher fest. That wasn't what you got. Would you say it was a good movie though? I mean, outside of not necessarily a good horror movie or a good slash movie, but just in terms of, say, you know, the story, the development, all that sort of stuff, would you say it was still, you know, well put together movie, even though it wasn't what you thought it might have been? Even though it wasn't what you thought it might have been. But yeah, I'm gonna press play in a minute. If you're not ready, make sure you got Scott Pilgrim vs. the World lined up on 0. Gonna press play real soon. Do a countdown a little bit. In just a little bit. In just a little bit. You know what though, I've noticed on YouTube, in particular with the movie nights, that there's quite a few people who would come into the live stream and then leave pretty quickly. And my guess is the reason for that is people are maybe just expecting to actually see the movie on screen. Like, I'm going to show the movie on screen. And I'm not sure why that's the expectation, because I'm pretty sure nobody does that, right? Nobody does that. At least certainly not anybody who cares about not getting a channel taken down. Like, it's not like a common thing. But I don't know, I feel like there's an expectation that some people have that, you know, you're going to be doing some skullduggery or whatever. It's like, no, I'm not going to be broadcasting a movie that is going to cause like copyright issues and, you know, copyright takedowns and all that kind of stuff that I'm gonna have to deal with afterwards. Like, no, I don't know. Maybe I'm just assuming things. Maybe I'm just assuming things. Maybe that's not why they come in and go right away. Maybe they just don't like my face. Maybe they're just coming in like, ugly bastard, and then moving on. Maybe. I guess I'll never know. But hey, it is what it is. But yeah, here's what we're gonna do now. So, if y'all are ready, we're gonna do a countdown. It was really well made. I can't fault that. I don't mind some political dialogue, and Candyman is rooted on racism, but it was very in your face. I see. I see. I think I know what you mean. I think I know what you mean. Alright then. Well, let's press this movie. Press play on this movie. And we'll keep talking about Candyman while watching Scott Pilgrim. But we'll do a countdown. So on, let's see, it'd be 3, 2, 1, play. So 3, 2, 1, play. But yeah, I think like even about certain movies or TV shows where it's just a little bit like, okay, I get it. You know, when you're watching something and they're talking about various issues, and it's cool because, of course, you know, things need to be brought up, and we do need to talk about things in the world. We can't just pretend that it's not there or whatever, right? But there's a point where it just becomes like, dude, I get it. You know, you've said that already a bunch of times. I get it. I get it. I get it. Oh wait, I forgot something. But then I guess one of the counterpoints to that would be that perhaps it's supposed to make you uncomfortable, you know? And if that's the case, then mission accomplished. Wait a minute. Yeah, cool. We good. We good. We good. This film's very rooted in video games and sort of geeky stuff, which is one of the reasons I like it, by the way. There are some issues with this film, though. I'm not going to get into them right now because, like I said, no spoilers. I won't spoil it for you. But I think once you watch it, maybe watch it after you watch it maybe a few times or so.
Okay, let's start with Launchpad McQuack. That's not the actual title.
Would you play Tetris, Zelda? Michael Cera, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Kieran Culkin, Chris Evans, Captain America, Anna Kendrick. Oh yeah, Brie Larson's in this movie. So we got Captain America and Captain Marvel in this movie. Brendan Ruth, that's Superman. So Captain America, Captain Marvel, Superman. Mae Whitman. I think just about everybody's in a comic book movie these days, so it's kind of how it goes. Comic movies are taking over. Comic book movies are taking over, and this is based on a comic book. So yeah. Get Out didn't make me uncomfortable. I had a good balance of let's call it creepy and say Get Out was yeah, Get Out was, I feel like Get Out was a very kind of unique film, you know, where Because I feel like the whole thing, a lot of people talk outside kind of the race aspect from it, but but then at the same time, I'm not saying it's not there, but then at the same time, I kind of feel like it could be seen in a number of ways as well. I could have forgiven the political stuff, had the killings made up for it. Okay, so this is what just wasn't enough killings in the end. I guess what it comes down to. Maybe Candyman should change his name to I don't know, Tofu Man. Yeah, New Age Candyman. This is like 2021. Was it Generation Z? Is that what they call it? Gen Z Candyman? You know.
That's not true. Well, it's dumb. That gossip you can. You know me.
Who is this mystery child today?
It's not his child. She's Chinese.
A 17-year-old Chinese schoolgirl? You're ridiculous.
It's a Catholic school too.
With the uniform and everything?
Yeah. Whole deal.
You don't really see much candy. Oh, let's see.
We haven't even hugged yet. I think she hugged me once.
Scott, why are you doing this?
Yeah, I think I could wait to see this movie. To be the way it's sounding, I think I could wait to see this movie. I don't think I need to be in any kind of rush to see it.
Are you legitimately moving on, or is this just you being insane?
Can I get back to you on that?
Anna Kendrick. She was in Pitch Perfect movies, the 3 Pitch Perfect movies,
This school has boys too.
of which I've seen all 3. Wait, is there 3 of them or is there 2 of them? Or did I just make up, imagine there's a 3rd one?
So I wouldn't. It's more like later. That doesn't sound so good. No. This is my cool gay roommate, Wallace Wells.
Hi.
He's gay.
Oh, do you know who my class is gay?
Yes. Does he wear glasses? Wallace, you go now. Be gone. You're too good for him. Run.
Oh, this bit. Yeah.
Did you know that the original name for Pac-Man was Puck-Man? You think it was because he looks like a hockey puck, but it actually comes from the Japanese phrase Pac-Man.
Let's see here. What I just say? Was it Pitch Perfect? I'm sure there's 3 movies.
They thought the Pac-Man would be too easy to vandalize.
Yeah, there is. There's 3 movies. There's 3 movies. Pitch Perfect, Pitch Perfect 2, and Pitch Perfect 3. I'm pretty sure I've seen all of them. Anna Kendrick, and Rebel Wilson.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, she had to pay.
I don't listen to that much music. I mean, I know kids who play piano or whatever. You guys rock.
Well, I knew I personally rocked, but I never suspected that we rocked as a unit. So, thank you guys.
You guys are gonna be huge.
I pay attention to racial stuff and social stuff, but want to be ignorant when watching films. It's downtime. Yo, what up, chairman?
Do you have anything about a clash at dinner? Like a
Good.
section marked the clash at dinner?
Good afternoon.
Are you coming to my party Friday, or will you be busy babysitting?
He taking a piss, babysit, you know. But yeah, no, I think I get it. I think
Definitely don't want to listen to
Oh, I heard that so much.
movies can do a lot.
them too.
You know, or arts in general, I should say, can do a lot. You know, they could be entertaining, they could be informative, they could be all kinds of things in between. You know, they could make us happy, they could make us sad. Sometimes it's nice, sometimes it isn't, you know. I guess a lot of what it comes down to is kind of managing expectations, right? Because on one hand, I feel like when you go to see a movie, you should try to have as little expectations as possible and just let it do what it does. Where's Alan gone? I don't know. I'm sure he's still around somewhere. I'm good. Nice. Good to hear, man. We're just talking about Candyman. I've not seen it, but Sam's seen it. Talk about Candyman while watching Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Have you seen Candyman? And if not, that's cool too. Have you seen Scott Pilgrim vs. the World? If not, that's cool too. I just want to see people get slaughtered. That's it. Yep. But yeah, I mean, I feel like, you know, we go see movies, try to have a little expectation as possible, but sometimes it's difficult, especially if it's a film that's based on something, right? You know, when it's a film that's based on a previous, maybe a previous movie or book, or, you know, just based on something that's relatively well known. Oh, this bit. How many people are in this bed? I don't watch horror movies. Ooh. I probably don't watch enough horror movies. That's what I say. I don't watch enough horror movies. I need to watch some more.
Yeah, let's talk about something else.
But I'll say when it comes to horror movies, I definitely enjoy good classic slasher fest, right? But I think my favorite types are the more psychological horror movies where they just like get a bit nuts.
Do you know that girl?
Scott, what? I played one note for that entire song. Chancellor,
Is your girlfriend distracting you?
let's do that one again. Sorry, what are we doing? I told you like 50 times.
Going to this party, retard.
Party?
The way this movie's edited, though,
Split up. We did, but there might be some label guys there. Oh, yeah.
it's just like the movie starts and it's like already started.
This sucks. I'm gonna go pee due to boredom.
I have to pee, you know, so I told him I've got a really good sound, and I think that you should market your sound to get people. Because Scott, hey, come on about this party, huh? You get your drink up and
No, I don't drink. This is just Coke Zero.
women don't drink. I just think they might be being very drunk and a little GMT.
Yeah, come on, you know everyone, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
You know this one girl with hair like this?
That's Ramona Flowers.
Just hold up as I scribble.
Something I gotta tell you though, she's a little hardcore.
There's one girl that looks like this. Man just literally just held up a paper of scribble. It's like, oh yeah, Rebecca Flowers. Oh, Ramona Flowers. There's a Twitch streamer that looks exactly like Ramona Flowers. Like, she even dresses like her as well. Like, has the same kind of wig and outfits and stuff, and streams like that. Streams as Ramona Flowers. It might even be her, actually, for all I know.
Hey, what's up? Hey, you know Pac-Man? I know him. Well, Pac-Man was originally called Pac-Man. They changed it because, not because Pac-Man looks like a hockey puck. Pac-Man means puck now. And then they were in, people would scratch out the P to put into a Yeah, that's amazing.
So the nervousness when trying to talk to a woman. Dude, be careful. You already got it, girl. I get that, and of course, I expect some of the air register because of the background of the story, but I can't forgive it when I ain't getting enough blood and guts on the floor. Yeah.
What do you know about Ramona Flowers?
I heard she has a boyfriend.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I get it. What else?
Maybe they should have just ditched the whole Candyman thing and just made a whole other movie call it something else and not bother.
You just moved here. Got you on Amazon.
Say she just broke up with someone. That huge fighter.
They really? Yes, I do. It's glad to know that, Steven.
I don't know what it is about that girl.
Scott, I forbid you from hitting on Ramona. If you haven't had a real girlfriend.
Oh, Scott. Getting on this.
During our high school days, the
But what was I saying? I forgot. But yeah, maybe they should have just called it something else. It's like, hey, we're gonna make this movie. It's gonna be racially charged. It's gonna be, you know, very political. That's cool. You could do that. But it's just not Candyman. It's something else. It's just, we're not even gonna call it Candyman. We're gonna call this I don't know. Man. I don't know. Lettuce Man. Penny Chew Man. That's the thing I may appreciate more if it wasn't a Candyman film. That's a difficulty in these things. I guess when it comes to filmmaking, one of the choices, you know, people have to make is like, okay, they've got a film they want to make, and they want to maybe have like this really important message in there, right? But then they're worried that like, okay, if we do like a completely new film, maybe not many people will come to see it because Alan's back. Been cooking spaghetti bolognese. Oh, so spaghetti bolognese is quite popular today then, okay. But yeah, you gotta choose between making a whole new movie, whole new, you know, characters, and not based on anything, just a whole new movie. And then it's like, okay, maybe not many people see it because it's difficult to, you know, sell a new movie, right? Or you could attach it, maybe change a few things here and there, and attach it to something previous, you know, and that way you've got like an installed fan base already that you could work on, and, you know, put it in that movie. But maybe the problem there is that it's just a little bit too different to what that movie has done before. And there's nothing wrong with a movie doing something different, of course, because everybody's allowed to change and all that sort of stuff. But when it's a little bit too different, and it's like, okay, well, is this a Candyman movie or is this something else? Because
Are you waiting for the package you just ordered? Maybe. It's the weekend. It won't ship until
that balance between being familiar enough so that you understand that it's connected, but not so familiar that you just feel like you're watching the same movie, but you go too much in one direction and it's like, it's just not connected.
so boring. I did not play the music before.
That's like
I was with Alan, and now it's all into Darren. But then Tamara playing cheers on Darren.
oh yeah.
Spaghetti bolognese.
Sorry, that's all me.
Nega Ninja. Well, that's a little bit close, isn't it? That's a little bit too close, isn't it? Just saying. Just saying.
I think we should
Yeah, Scott Pilgrim is kind of an arsehole in this movie, to be honest with you. Actually, no, let me not say too much. No, not say too much.
Toronto International without the band?
Scott was like, Steve, you know anybody in a band? And I was like, I'm in a band. And he was like, and I was like, yeah, I am.
Great story, man. Is that
Only a record deal with G-Man Grace. Is that?
I put a fair bit of chili in my spag. You know what? There's no such thing as too much spice. No such thing as too much spice. The spicier, the better.
We promise we will do everything we can to think of.
I have to pee.
Oh my gosh, who are you battling?
He did not wash his hands. He did not wash his hands. Dirty bastard. Mixed herbs, chili jobs, so good, and green chilies, red chilies, all kinds of chilies. I have a what's it called? California Reaper extract that I put in food sometimes.
I was thinking about asking about it, but then I realized how stupid that is. So no, that's okay. You can decide for this week. I just woke up and you're in my dream. I heard that you were the one that was packing up there. So,
There's this really convenient subspace that I have in my area, which is like 3 miles.
right. I guess what happened? You don't remember me, do you? You got a party the other day. No. That was so cool. Who's the other guy?
You decide.
If I sign for it, you'll leave.
Yeah, it's how it works.
Okay, well, maybe you want to hang out sometime with another fellow? You didn't get on the block. Right, I live here.
This, you know what? I mean, I've noticed things about this movie that are a bit off, right? I know we're wrong. I still enjoy the movie. It's a good movie, but I've noticed things about this movie that are a bit off. I feel like I'm noticing a few more things that's just a little bit off.
Where are you just standing there? Good, I'm totally waiting for you. Sorry.
Don't have too much spice. There's no such thing as too much spice, man. Just keep pouring it. Just keep pouring it. Bland one for the kids and spice one. You should like increase the spice, the one you do for the kids. Increase the spice each time. Get them used to it. Get them more and more used to it. To the point where it's like they can just eat whole chilies raw. Just like and gradually increase the spice. Get them used to it. I'm between jobs at the moment, which means unemployed, really. I mean, that's what that means, doesn't it?
It's chilled as in cold.
Yeah. This is ridiculous. Isn't it like April?
No, I can barely see you. This whole thing is an unmitigated disaster.
I think act of God is a pretty decent excuse for a lousy day.
So this is a date, eh?
Did I say date? Slip the tongue. Anyway, back to our work. Here's a thing over yourself.
So one says she's very fussy. Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe you can get her to eat snails. Escargot, my cargo, 160 swiftly. I reckon buy a new one. You do run, run, run. Your crew run, run.
There's more than one kind?
We have blueberry, raspberry, ginseng, green tea, minty with lemon,
Green tea always.
honey, liver ester, ginger with honey, ginger black honey, vanilla almond, white truffle, blueberry chamomile, vanilla walnut, toasted common, and Earl Grey.
Green tea.
Mix all those up. I think I'll have sleep. That sounds good to me. Let me do your plan. That would actually be awesome.
You won't even eat crab sticks. You won't touch snails. Oof.
Dude, change it.
Ah, sorry. Cold.
I don't think I've ever tried crab sticks actually. I'm not sure if I've ever tried crab.
Oh. Will you just come out and bring the blanket from your bed? Yes. Maybe we should let's get under it since we're so cold. What about our tea? I can not have tea.
at not eating the crab sticks. I mean, I would, I guess, but I don't think I've ever tried it, come to think of it. I mean, I've eaten snails now. Crab sticks is like, it's like, why not, right? I've eaten snails and octopus. Like, at this point, why not try crab sticks? But I don't think I ever have. I'm not sure I've ever had that opportunity to try crab sticks. I guess I never really looked for it. I'm not really big into seafood for the most part, so. So he invites his new girlfriend to his band gig that his actual girlfriend is coming to, because he hasn't told her that he's with somebody already and hasn't told the old girl that he's not really that interested in her. So yeah, that's our hero. That's our hero. Yep, that's what's happening right now. Scotty.
Hey Jimmy, play rock or suck? Hey, I'm not starting to play yet. It's tough, Jimmy. You passed. My name is Crash. He's the boy. That girl a boy too? Yes. This song is called I Am So Sad. I'm so very, very sad. There's also to like this.
How old is that girl drunk? She looks like 6 or something like that.
Thank you. Alright, this next song.
When I make seafood pasta, use salmon, prawns, mussels, squid, and crab sticks mixed with it, with a bit of mayonnaise. Okay. So you have to everything's all mixed in, and then Sophie still won't eat it. No, it's like even when it's all hidden amongst everything else.
Thank you.
How do you know Scott? He's friends. It's hard for me to keep track sometimes because he has so many friends.
Anna Kendrick.
How did you meet Scott?
Mix it all in, out mess about, yeah.
We need to play now and loud.
Okay.
So, I was on the bus with my mom.
Is that seriously the story?
Oh my gosh!
Okay.
They're alive!
Next band is from Toronto. And
Oh, she's excited.
give it up for Sex Bob.
It's not Sex Bob it's Sex Bob.
Scott, you ready? Okay. Jim?
Babam, Sex Babam. Ah, Scotty, man. Scotty. You done effed up. if you don't like seafood. Yeah. I find like with a lot of seafood, like fishes and stuff, the general force of it is worse than the actual taste of it. Like, we haven't tried it yet, and you're kind of looking at it. It kind of looks like, ugh, I don't want to eat that. But then when you actually eat it, it's like, it's not too bad actually. You know. And I think it's just maybe just our kind of perception of certain things that we have. Matthew Patel. Don't fall, won't touch it. Ooh. What, not at all? Not even a little bit? This first guy isn't really much of a opponent. I mean, I guess the first guy's never going to be the strongest one, but it's like, come on. I'm not sure you've even got a hit in. I hate seafood away. I mean, I definitely prefer, like, chicken, beef. Ramona's got secrets too. But yeah, I mean, seafood's alright. It's like not, yeah, it's not necessarily going to be my first choice in most circumstances, but because when does Scott Pilgrim become like a martial artist? Okay, there's a few hits right there.
Hey, what's up with his outfit? Yeah. Is he a pirate? Are you a pirate? Pirates are in this year?
Really went out with this guy? Yeah. In the 7th grade. Yeah? I'm really sorry. Matt was the only non-white, non-brown boy in town. We just joined forces, took him all down.
Doesn't like anything too spicy either. I swear sometimes he is the girl in the relationship. Oh, you gotta have it spicy, man.
After a week and a half, told him hit the showers. Wait, mystical powers?
You'll pay for this. Flowers.
Gotta have it spicy.
Want to fight me? What? You're not the brightest
Let's break into Bollywood dance routine right now.
in the fight. This guy's good. Me, fireball. My demon hipster chicks. I'm talking the dog, 'cause I know I'm slick.
Yeah, I'm all about the spice when it comes down to it. I'll put spice on anything. Well, maybe not anything. Most things.
This is impossible. How can this be?
your okay, friend? Wallet again?
Man, 240.
Stole her boyfriend.
Yeah, so sex Bob win.
6
Oh. Knives Child deserves better. Hey, Scotty, man. Scotty.
Someone's happy. Well, someone got second base last night, and someone has a second date tonight. One's lucky today. You know when I say someone, I mean me, right? I got the second base last night. Maybe first and a half. So, I invited Ramona over for dinner tonight, so you can't be here. I don't want you getting up the pace.
Getting up the pace, yeah. Oh, mate.
But in return, I have to shut up me. Your famous old man. Have to break up with knives. If you don't, I'm going to tell Ramona about knives. I swear to God, Scott.
Yeah.
Double standard! Pick up the game rule. If you got a problem, then stop. Pick it up with the girl who's good. Give me the bacon and go to your nerve level till you can take her. Where's Legacy? He's a pretty good skater. He's a pretty good actor. I mean, what if you're handing him good right now? I mean, movies are trying. Yes. I'll just later. This is Lucas Lee. Lucas Lee's not important to you right now. Get out.
Is there a film she is the superhero, or is that something else? Because I've seen that one. You mean a lady playing Ramona? I'm not sure, you know. I'm not sure. Not that I know of, at least, anyway.
Why are you psychic? Hey.
Yeah, hey. Ram- Nice Child deserves better.
Chinese.
It's my birthday.
I think that's a really.
No, it's okay. Why?
I'm too old for you.
No, you're not. My dad's 9 years older than my mom.
Are you even allowed to date outside your race?
Oh, you're just being rude now. Scott, you bad, bad man. Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Let's see what she else has been in. She's in Cloverfield Lane, 10 Cloverfield Lane. I've not seen that though, but I guess that's a popular movie.
It's not gonna work out.
She's in Birds of Prey. That was a Harley Quinn movie. I ain't seen that one either. It's gonna bug me out. Some social film with a chick with a very similar look. She Draw a purple bodysuit. That's all I remember.
Sky, you are the salt of the earth. I meant scum of the earth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I mean, I guess it could be someone that has a similar look, not necessarily her specifically, but yeah. This is gonna have to bug you, so you figure it out, Sam. Who invented sausages? I don't know who invented sausages. They've been around a long time, though. Like, I think at least 500 years the sausage has been around. It's probably like a German thing. Or probably not. I don't know, maybe I'm being racist right now. In fact, the first sausages date back to a region called Mesopotamia. This area roughly equates to where modern-day Iraq, Kuwait, and some of Saudi Arabia are today. The dominant culture within this region was the Sumerians. It says these guys who take credit for inventing the sausage at some point around 3100 BC. 3100 BC. So when I said at least 500 years old, that was kind of an understatement. It is quite a bit more than 500 years old. 3100 BC. And around in a place called Mesopotamia, which is where Iraq, Kuwait, and some Saudi Arabia are now by the Sumerians. Well, now we know. Now we know. Such last Christmas tasted off nice though, so I had a Sunday dinner taste. They call it Brockwurst, I think, in Germany, isn't it? There we go. Is this it? Or Bockwurst? Maybe I said it wrong. Bockwurst, not Brockwurst. Bockwurst. Bockwurst is a German sausage traditionally made from ground veal and pork. Bockwurst is flavored with salt, white pepper, and paprika. Oh, so yeah, before, okay, a couple years back, a couple of Christmases ago. Scott, man, you bad man.
It was a mutual thing.
It wasn't.
I mean, she told me it was mutual.
She knocked him. It was brutal.
She was Nat when I knew her, but she stopped liking me later. She stopped liking me. Her hair's cute. I like it. But it'd be cute as shirt with what? Why are you wearing it? I thought we could go for a walk.
Tell me what holes so you cut your hair with that hat.
I just love me some walking, you know. Just more like
It's supposed to be a hot dog, but didn't want the bread, just a sausage.
I sort of feel like I'm on drugs when I'm with you. Not that I do.
Sam just wanted the sausage, huh?
I do drugs all the time. Drugs.
You know what, let me not say nothing. Let me not say nothing. Didn't want the buns, just a sausage, okay? Alright. Let me not say nothing. Let me just zzz.
Mr. Lee is traveling. Mr. Lee?
But hey, I'm not one to judge. has needs. Well, indeed, indeed.
Oh man, we gotta go. What? Why?
Sometimes you just need the meat.
The only thing keeping me in here are 2 minutes it's gonna take to kick your ass.
You dated a famous fucking
Oh, excuse me.
Hey,
Just stop listening to Brian. Just follow him around. It's not good stuff. He's famous.
hey, I'm talking to you, Scott Pilgrim.
He's famous and he talked to me.
The only thing keeping me in her apart is the 2 minutes it's gonna take to kick your ass.
Can I have your autograph, please?
What's up? How's life? He seems nice.
Getting beaten up by Captain America. Can't be mad at that.
Scott! Evil X! Right.
Ugh.
You really think you stand a chance against an A-lister, bro?
Ooh.
Some competition.
Hey.
Hey! Hey! I'm not done with
Oh! Looks like you've seen double.
Beat the meats. That sounds wrong. I mean, I guess guys have needs too, right? So, hey,
What can I say?
you do what you gotta do, man.
That might stun team.
Hey! Ask him how it feels to always get his sloppy seconds.
Size of the sausage alone. Put a rich man to shame. I'll put the Richmond to shame. Okay. I don't know what a Richmond is. I clearly don't eat that many sausages, but let me see here. Richmond sausage. Let's see what we're working with. Okay, I see. So it's kind of fat. It's short and fat. The Richmond is short and fat. That's what it looks to me. It's kind of short and fat. So it's like, it's not going in deep, but you know, it might stretch the canal a little bit. You know, that's that's the Richmond.
That's actually hilarious.
But I think in fairness, the important bit isn't really that far in anyway, so well, so I've heard. Alan don't like the Richmonds. Love the story. Want a good bit of meat. Go German. Wow. I guess if you're gonna beat the meat like Alan does, then you probably want something longer than a Richmond. You know, I mean, I don't know. I guess it depends how big your hands are, I suppose. If you got larger hands and a small meat, that might not do much. You might, you know, if you got larger hands, you might want a longer sausage to beat. I prefer burgers, alright. Fur burgers, or we talking rump steak?
Somebody get me my board.
He just threats Captain America.
Where's Ramona? She's still here? No.
So because they're flat round, easy to match.
Hey, it's me again, Scott. Give me a call when you get this. Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah. Burgers, burgers are okay, I guess. I mean, he doesn't like a burger, but I mean, if we're talking snacks, it's all about the taco. You know what I'm saying?
Kisses? 7 little kisses?
7 deadly X's.
Why does everything have to be so complicated?
If you want something,
Sounding a bit cold there.
step up your game, Scott.
I'm just saying, I mean,
Lesbian?
The other L word.
Lesbians?
It's love, Scott. Don't try to trick you. Hey, buddy, look.
burgers are cool.
If she really is the girl of your dreams, you have to let her know. You have to overcome any
But I'm just saying,
obstacles that lie in your path. You can do it. Be with her. It's your destiny.
taco and melons.
Plus, I need you to move out.
Yeah, I'm kind of begging her to call me back. I want to do it big and feel guilty and
Feel that for you, guy.
Or Bombay roll.
Oh, shit.
Been a while.
Yeah,
A year, I think.
approximately.
How are you?
I'm not doing so
Oh, like I have a cold. Oh, okay. I see.
Still breaking hearts.
I think I'm okay at the moment, but I was sneezing a bit yesterday. I think it might be because I was out,
Yes, you should. I have this.
you know, all day on a Saturday.
She's American.
You know, that might have
Name.
affected my sinuses a little bit. But yeah, hopefully it's nothing too serious.
It sounded like you did.
I gotta go. It's been nice chatting with you.
Wait.
Because they curved in deep field. You've got a few ways in which you could enjoy a taco. You got a few choices with a taco.
Scott here.
It's not just one way.
You just left.
Really?
Sorry.
Knives deserves better. And that's the moral of the story.
You may have to feed us.
By the way, for all the guys watching right now, which there may only be just one,
Please.
but
I'm really not in the mood for this.
if you are fortunate enough for her to give you a Bombay, if you are fortunate enough for her to give you a Bombay sandwich,
Punch me in the boob.
sorry, a Bombay roll, excuse me, well, Bombay sandwich, same thing. If you are fortunate enough for her to give you a Bombay roll, then you should be giving her a pearl necklace afterwards.
My brain. Well, I'm really.
That's just kind of how that goes.
Okay, little chicken. I'll see you later.
She gives you a Bombay roll, you give her a pearl necklace.
Deadly serious next time. Never mind.
Man, someone help me.
Hello.
Scott.
What did you do this time?
No, it's Scott. It's actually me.
What did you do this time?
I didn't do anything. It's everyone else that's crazy. Look, I'm
For
happy
the
to
deep
help you out.
field,
Are you still
I ain't
working?
interested.
I think I'll make it a decaf today.
Scott Pilgrim.
What did you do with my sister?
I mean, it could be like maybe not so much deep,
Is there anywhere you don't work? They're called
but just a little bit on the fat side, you know.
Specifically told you not to do that.
How are you doing that with your mouth?
Mind how I'm doing it. What do you have to say for yourself? You know what? Maybe it's time you took a look in the mirror before you wreak havoc on another girl.
Me?
And speaking of, you're the girl that kicked your heart in the ass. Let's walk the streets of Toronto again.
So I can just get my coffee over here.
Sorry, that got a little crazy.
Yeah, you.
Mm.
Listen, I know I can be hard to be around sometimes. I totally understand. No, I don't think.
A taco la, a taco lilo.
No, I know it's early, but I don't think anything can get in the way of how I shit. It's my ex, the big one.
You know, you could
Yeah.
bite a taco.
Excuse me.
Could you know, hold a taco.
Yeah?
You could lick a taco.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
You're jealous?
I'm allowed.
You left me for the fucking.
You're giving it a filling, then fill it.
No.
Yes, I'm talking food. Just put oh yeah, we'll talk about food. We'll talk about food. We're talking about food because, you know, when you're hungry and you want something that satisfies you, it's just gotta be done right. You know what I mean? It's gotta be done right. I'm not even saying it's gotta be done correct. I'm saying it's gotta be done right.
I can see how it's
You know, because I mean, I get it. Like, sometimes this is movie night, Ken. Watching watching Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and we are approximately about 58 minutes into it right now, so about halfway through the movie ish. It's on Netflix.
right. I'm not gonna let her toy with me.
But yeah, it is movie night. Every other Monday we're still doing movie night, and hopefully we don't get no issues with this like we did with some of the other videos. But we've been okay with movie night so far, since I don't actually show the movie anyway, so it's all good. It's all good, and we just have some fun. Big up Ken Greenhole. How you doing, man? Appreciate you coming through, homie. How's your day going? How's your day been? Appreciate you joining the live stream. We're just talking about food at the moment, really. Talking about food and how when you're in the mood for certain types of food, other things just won't do. You know, when you get that craving and you need something very, very specific, you know, to satisfy your urge. That's what we're talking about right now. That's what we're talking about. Green tea, and now I have the runs. Ooh, I like green tea. Green tea's healthy, actually. Green tea's good for you. That shouldn't be giving you the runs. Well, yeah, it shouldn't. She's probably like 25.
I think you mentioned she was fat.
She's got a head start. I mean, I didn't even know there was good music until like 2 months ago.
Hey, that's really for... You should rinse.
White tea is healthier. White tea is with like milk, you mean?
Oh, God. That looks so...
Putting milk in tea is like all kinds of no.
Ramona Flowers stole my scarf.
I don't put milk in tea. I don't put milk in coffee. I mean, I guess things like if I ever have a latte, which I don't have that often, or, you know, a cappuccino, or whatever, they're just made with milk anyway, right? But to add like milk to tea or milk to coffee, I don't think so. Yeah, Sam likes her tea black. White tea is less processed than green tea, so more antioxidants. Oh, it's actually a type of tea called white tea. I see. I gotcha, I gotcha. Okay, I don't know what that is then, but all right, cool, fair enough.
Hey, Ramona.
Hey. What the hell?
I like my women like I like my coffee, cheap and hot. PG. You know what? PG tips. They're regular. I mean, I guess PG tips, they do all kinds of different teas you can get for them, but they're regular. The regular PG tips, like the normal, everyday, regular, common PG tips. I can't stand that stuff, man. Or I don't know. Maybe it's just the way the McDonald's do it. Because anytime I've had tea at McDonald's, I know they do the PG tips at McDonald's. It's just so awful. And maybe it's because the tea to maybe they put too much water in it. I don't know. But it's just like, ugh. It's just so, oh. My tea also has a lighter taste than green tea. Do you like coffee black or with cream or no? Oh, no, just black. No sugar, no milk, nothing. Just coffee. Regular coffee. Nothing added. Coffee. I don't have no cream, no sugar, no milk, no nothing. I just the coffee. That's how I do it most days. Like I said, unless I have a cappuccino or a latte, I do that sometimes. But more often than not, regular black coffee. It's not bitter, it's better.
That was devastating.
Cappuccino gives me heartburn.
You should see him live. Much better live.
I think I'm gonna throw up.
Cappuccino, I mean, yeah.
But Envy Adams would like you all to come backstage.
All of us?
Better.
Tea, I only ever have a small cup. Leave the tea bag in for 5. Never have issues. Coffee, it's also black. That could be another thing as well. Sometimes people just like put the tea bag in the hot water. They put the hot water in the tea and take the tea bag out right away, or just dip the tea bag in the tea in the water and just take it out. Like, you know what I mean? They don't leave it to infuse properly. Like I feel like you need to leave the tea bag in the water for at least 2 to 3 minutes, at least. You know, like any shorter than that, it's too soon, because it needs to like infuse with the water and not just like dip it in, take it out, and be like, oh, here's your cup. Like, no, like let it do what it needs to do.
Did she? I was just there. Played the Chaos Theater. Forgiven.
You know, the best things come to those who wait.
I kissed the lips that kissed you.
Ooh, Knives deserves better.
I'm not afraid to hit a girl.
Do you eat Rococo Deserts? I don't even know what that is actually. What's a Rococo Desert? I don't think I know what a Rococo Desert is. Desert. Desserts. Let me read that properly. Rococo Desert. I don't know what that is. Let me see here. Rococo Desserts. Almond Rococo Italian cookie recipe. Nah, I don't think I know what this is. I don't think I've tried this before. They don't infuse it if they want a weak infusion for milder taste of caffeine. Rococo, exactly what it sounds like. Just look up Rococo. I'm looking at it right now. It's like biscuits and stuff. Yeah, I've never tried that. I don't think I ever tried any kind of... I mean, I've tried biscuits and cakes in the past, but I don't think I've tried these particular ones. But yeah, no, you need to leave the tea bag for at least 2. It's too quick. Anything less than that.
Over what?
I partake not of the meat, but the breast milk, nor the ovum of any creature with a face.
Short answer, eating vegan
Cocoa Sweets.
Not eating dairy products give you psychic powers.
Okay. You know how you only use 10% of your brain? That's because the other 90% is filled with kryptonite.
Did you learn that at Vegan Academy?
Go ahead and get snippy, baby. If you decide, maybe I'd listen to what you're saying.
If I peed my pants,
18th century desserts from Mary Antoinette times. Oh, okay.
wouldn't you give me
Yeah, some of these pictures do look kind of old school, to be honest. So yeah, I can believe that.
Well, if there's a key element in his backstory that's going to help me out in the critical moment of not dying, yes. I was only needing to listen to the medical. Guess that's not very nice, but I used to be like that. We hated everyone. We wrecked stuff and they cared.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
But you know what?
A week and a half later, he told me his dad was sending
Sweets are good. Snacks are good. But you know what? Sometimes you just need that home cooked meat.
You've never been to Denver. And the reason I moved here, I was really hoping to just leave it all behind me.
Hey, look, nerds.
Sometimes you just need that home cooked
He and me.
meat
I just
that you can keep coming back to. Not the fly by night, once in a while, here today, gone tomorrow. Nah, the stuff that's gonna stick around.
Dust. She dusts.
So what's on Monday?
Because Friday now, just the weekend's off.
Basically, you can't win this fight, so you're gonna have to give up on this girl because Todd's gonna kill her.
You used to be so nice.
That's Superman right there, man. You can't fight Superman. Did you see the movie Mirror Spot? I've not seen that movie. No, not seen that. Any good?
Oh, he'll be done.
By the way, when I say any good, I mean, is there like lots of action and robots in there? That's what I mean. Action, robots, explosions. Is there stuff like that in the movie? I might cook a stew this week. Ooh, stew. Nice. Do you eat crumpets? They are the weirdest thing. I have eaten crumpets. I wouldn't say I eat crumpets. I mean, it's not like I do it all the time, but I have eaten crumpets, yeah. They're not that weird. But then again, I don't know. I'm from a part of the world where crumpets are particularly common, so it's not weird for me, I should say. It's not weird for me, but I don't know, I guess to people who aren't used to them, it could be a weird thing. But they're okay. I mean, I don't have any strong feelings towards crumpets. They're not bad. They're okay, but I just generally don't eat them on a regular basis as part of my usual diets. Just how things go sometimes. But yeah, I'm not opposed to them. So you know. It's a silly movie, fun but inessential. Alright, fair enough. I do like Kirsten Dunst though. She was in Spider-Man. Classic Spider-Man.
I can read your thoughts. Your wheel is broken. You're through.
Let's say we drink to my memory. Fair trade blend with Slim.
I'm sorry. That's pathetic.
Dude, I can see in your mind's eye that you put half and half into one of those coffees in an attempt to make me bring vegan edge. I'll take it with soy. Thanks to
Actually, muchacho, I poured the soy in this cup, but I thought real hard about doing it in that cup. You know, in my mind's eye or whatever.
what are you talking about?
You just drink half and half, baby.
You're under arrest for veganity violation. Code number 827. 5 and half and half. It's bull. No vegan diet. No vegan now. But only my first offense. So don't I get 3 strikes? Take it.
12:47 a.m. on February 1st. No one just Gerardo. Listen, people, it's milk and eggs, bitch. On it before 7:30 p.m.
He looks familiar.
Chicken is vegan?
Chicken You ate your chicken. Yo, what up, Frozen Gamer? I like Crumbs. Crumbs for golden syrup. Oh, golden syrup is nice. I had golden syrup for time, but it's so high in sugar. That's the thing. That's why I don't have it. But yeah, oof.
But now you will be gone. Be gone.
In the Middle East, they make a lot of desserts with crushed sesame seeds. Yeah, I've had some of those actually. I was watching a movie on Netflix. You should check it out. It's about a girl who hears and sees things. I think most girls hear and see things, to be honest with you. But okay, what's this particular movie called? I don't know. I think most people can hear and see things. I mean, I know some people can't, but I think most people in the world can. So. What do you think of the whole Kanye West listening party with Marilyn Manson and the baby? I did not hear much about that. I mean, I heard something about Marilyn Manson appearing on Kanye West's album, his new album that just got released. I don't know much about a listening party. To be honest, I don't pay attention to much in the news, but I have heard a little bit of Kanye West's album. Listened to 3 songs from it, and it's I mean, it's not. It's one of these things where, look, granted, look, there's 27 songs on that album. I literally only listened to 3, so I'm not going to comment on the whole album, of course. But out of the songs that I listened to, I just kind of felt like I get there's a cool message in there, and I'm down for that. You know, 100%, all good. I'm on board with the message, but it did feel a bit repetitive a lot of the time. Even though the songs weren't necessarily long, but they felt like they were longer than they needed to be. You know, so. I don't know, maybe I'll try listen to the rest of the album at some point, so I think of that. But out of the songs that I listened to, I would say that I liked them. I just didn't necessarily feel any real... I mean, I didn't hate them. I just didn't have any real strong feelings towards it outside of, alright, cool message, a few cool lines, but... yeah. It's about sickness. Oh, okay. What's the film called? Oh, is that what it's called? It's about sickness. Is that what it's called to me? We just hear and see lies. She's sick. Sick as in cool, or sick as in chew? Or sick as in like sick? It shows all the people who were cancelled for their abuse towards women, just trying to be controversial, and no one's having it anymore. But why did he choose people like people who've been cancelled? What was the purpose behind that? Because the thing about Kanye West is that I feel like he's kind of a low-key genius, to be honest. Like, in a sense that he does things that a lot of times look weird and silly and stupid or outrageous and arrogant and this, that, and the other. And yeah, there's truth to that. But then there's usually like a reason behind it. And although the reason isn't necessarily a great reason, it is oftentimes something that maybe people either weren't thinking about or maybe didn't really give enough thoughts to. So,
Boy, does she know me?
What is she talking about?
yeah.
He really doesn't know.
Maybe Kanye believes Manson is innocent. Maybe.
It was just a phase.
Just a face?
Kanye West.
It meant nothing?
I was just a little bit curious.
But the dad's acting is cringe, but still worth watching. Oh, it's called Fear of Rain. Okay, cool. Fear of Rain. Did you listen to Fake Fans? Yes, I did. That was alright. What did I think of that? What was the one? What was he saying about that one? I was like was it last week, I think? It was a few days ago at least, anyway. But yeah, I did listen to it. Yeah, I think this one when he's saying something like about certain fans having expectations of him or saying that he's not as good as he used to be or things along those lines. I think it was stuff like that. I think that's the fake fans, wasn't it? Because I did listen to it. I'm trying to remember what he was saying now. Oh, they're not going to do boy versus girl in this one. Because, you know, they've already had one guy punch a girl, but he was supposed to be the bad guy. They can't have the guy who's supposed to be the good guy punch a girl. Although he does punch her, though. You die for that, obviously.
I'd rather be dead than go back. He's a creep. You're a bitch. Who wants to each other?
Give it a rest, Ramona. This is the lead game.
Meaning,
Oh, he's off his rocker and is about to go completely over the edge. I mean, he was checked into a hospital over like exhaustion or something like that, and I think he's always talked about mental health issues and stuff like that. Mentally sick. Okay, I got you. I think there is something to be said about the way we look at celebrities and how we treat their outbursts. You know, we don't always recognize somebody struggling with sort of issues and depression and anxiety and, you know, all that sort of thing. Is very kind of oftentimes it's just like, oh yeah, they're a bad guy, or they're just this and they're just that, because it's very easy to dismiss something. But
Some sooner than others.
and you know, maybe he's just off his rocker, maybe that is just simply it. But I think there is definitely something to be said about the way we look at celebrities and how we yeah, and then sometimes it's not until it's too late that we start realizing that somebody was really struggling. Like, sometimes it's not until a person, you know, commits suicide or something like that, then we start realizing, oh, actually, the way we treated them while they were alive wasn't so great. You know, and that's happened at least a few times in recent years. So, yeah. I don't think Manson is innocent at all. I think that was pretty hard to believe him being innocent at this point. There's so many people coming forward, and the stories you've heard, well, not you've heard, but stories I've heard about Marilyn Manson over the years, it very much fits into, yeah, it's probably true sort of thing. I'm not a fan of fake fans. Not a fan of fake fans. It was yeah. Listen to your country's finest bands from the early 80s, Haze. Yep, they're weird. My country's finest bands from the early 80s. Duran Duran, I think. Oh, I know. Adam Ant. Pet Shop Boys? Culture Club? I think they're about as weird as it gets. Culture Club. If Culture Club's not on your list of weird 80s British bands, then yeah, add that to your list. Culture Club. Boy George. I don't believe he's innocent either, but to be fair, there are no real evidence. It said, it's he said, she said, yeah. And that's the thing, you know, when it comes to actually proving these things, they can be difficult, and it does often come down to a who do you believe kind of thing. You believe this person, you believe that person. Has been obvious about his feelings about violence to women. Too many women coming forward with strange stories you can possibly pull out. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it's impossible, but yeah, it does seem a bit unlikely. Adamant, mental illness, my own issues, it's no one's place. Yeah, 100%. Early 80s, British bands, Bow Wow Wow. Bow Wow Wow, Adamant is weirdest. You know, I'm not sure Adamant is weirder than Culture Club. I'm not sure Adamant is weirder than Culture Club. I feel like Culture Club was the epitome of the weird British bands. Plus, they're all screwing each other as well, so. Look at his clothes.
Okay, gang, can we do this? I mean, we can do this, right?
Right.
Scott?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at some pictures now. If you look at Boy George in the 80s, try that.
We are Sex Bomb, and we're here to make you think about death and get bad and trapped. This is the beginning of the song.
Yeah, if you look at Boy George in the 80s, matter of fact, if you look at Boy George now. It is weird looking. Look at Adamant and Prince Charming. Gets close. Yeah, I know about Adamant. I mean, but if we talk about weird, I mean, I'm not saying Adamant isn't weird. I'm just saying if we're talking about weird British bands, I don't think it gets weirder than Culture Club. Boy George and Culture Club. The sound effect fans I don't like. And the Curious. Definitely one of his weakest songs, just my opinion, of course. And we're all entitled to opinions, isn't it? And yeah, I mean, Fake Fans, I think if I remember correctly, the messaging was more about like, you know, not living up to people's expectations or that sort of thing, which I'm down with. As far as the sound goes.
That's Gideon? Gideon is G-Man? Alright, let's do this.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say he's has songs with better rapping, the right way to put it, or more, was it phonically appealing rapping? But maybe a better way of putting it. I got these Skull Candy headphones, nice, that rock your head. It has a bass slider. Ooh, how are they working out so far? You're gonna send them back? You got the twins. But you still got to face Gideon. Keeping them. Okay, so they're good ones then.
What are you doing? Getting a life.
Because the 80s came weird as well. Well, this is true, isn't it? The 80s in general was just like that. Knives deserves better. I think that's the main message from this movie that I want everybody to take from this. Knives child deserved better.
I need to tell you something.
Yeah, I have something to tell you too.
Right, listen, I know you play mysterious players just to avoid getting hurt. And I know you have reasons for not wanting to talk about your past.
Is this a good movie? It's a good movie. I mean, I enjoyed it. It's funny. It's all that kind of stuff. It's an enjoyable film. But yeah, when you watch it a few times, you just realise that there's just certain things that are quite off about it.
Okay. Your turn.
I doubt those things were intentional, but hey, who knows? Who knows?
That's the bad news.
Yeah, we're going to sell our souls. But yeah, if you've not seen this movie, I'll say it's definitely worth checking out. It's on Netflix right now, so if you've got Netflix, you can watch it. It's a 2-hour movie, or just under 2 hours.
You're gonna have to find someone else to play bass.
Oops.
Sign, and we are all set. Sweetie? Dolly? Oh! Yeah. No, we really should be thanking each other. I mean, if it wasn't for me, Ramona would never have been with you, but if it wasn't for you, she wouldn't have gotten done with me, so I guess it all shakes out, huh? Oh, buddy! Between you and I, the whole League of Evil Exes thing, I was in a really dark place when I put that together, so forgive him?
Did you start any of the TV shows you was recommended? Yes, I did actually. I watched Dinner. Was it Friday Night Dinner? Which, yeah, I wasn't feeling that one too much, to be honest. I watched an episode of Atypical, which was quite interesting. It was like the first episode. Yeah, I just watched the first episode so far. And that's quite interesting, especially the whole thing with him and the psychologist, the therapist. And I haven't watched Peep Show yet.
Is she really the one? I mean, did you really see a future with this one?
Or I think there was another one I was recommending, but I haven't watched that one yet either. But yeah, I did watch Friday Night Dinner, and yeah, it was. I mean, it wasn't. It had a few good jokes in it. I just felt like it felt. Yeah, it just I think in the end it just wasn't really my kind of humor. But I mean, it was alright. But yeah, I don't think I'll be rushing back to that one, to be honest with you. But yeah, Atypical, I'm gonna try and finish. That was at least finish the season. That was pretty cool. I've got a few more episodes of Humans to watch, which is another show I've been watching it from before. But I feel like 2 episodes to go to complete the whole thing. Humans is really good, by the way. That's on On Demand. If you haven't watched Humans, that's what I'd recommend. That was recommended to me a while back, and I've just been watching that when I had time. But I've got 2 more episodes to go to complete that. So it's the last 2 episodes of season 3. But that's been pretty damn good so far. So yeah, that was recommended to me, and if anybody hasn't seen it, I'd recommend it to you. It's on On Demand. Humans with Gemma Chan, who was in the Marvel Cinematic Universe twice. On season 4, okay. Yeah, I've got some catching up to do then. There's also that interesting side story with the mother and the barman as well. And where that goes, because she married. She messed around with somebody she shouldn't be messing around with. Cool. Whatever. Well, she took with L, so I have to wait till she's free. Belle's the middle daughter, right? What happened if you watched an episode without her?
What if I want the satisfaction? Scott Pilgrim!
The oldest. Okay, sorry, my bad. My bad.
Someone get this man a drink, Coke Zero, right? I'm not here to drink. Whoa, I've been a beef with you. What am I gonna beef? You? Are you still mad about the whole thing with the guild? The league? Guild, league, whatever. It's ancient history. I'll show you how ancient of history it is. Oh, wait. There's no use crying over spilled Coke, buddy. The lady made her choice, and we're all just gonna have to move on. Well, I ain't leaving, buddy. You wanna fight me? For her? Was that not clear? Was that not clear? My honor.
She would tell me, oh, we started together, it's only right after the Ah, fair enough, fair enough. Needs to hurry up and be free then. I'm trying to watch the show. Be ready, be ready.
I think this deserves some. Kimberly!
We are a sex cabal. We are here to make money and sell out and stuff.
But yeah, then once I get through the next couple of episodes of Humans, try and devote a little bit more time to getting through Atypical. But Humans, I'm so close to the end now, man. And it's been a really good. I ain't gonna spoil that because, like I say, you gotta watch it. Getting her hours in before uni starts. Oh, okay, yeah. I get that. It's that time in life we just gotta put in all the work. All the hard work at that age, man. When it's uni, jobs, trying to make your way through the world, all of that. That's the time to do it. Broke the heart that broke mine. Oh, she's misguided, but then she's young and deserves better.
I mean, you can't say I don't know from the show, right?
Everybody's a martial artist. Disgusting slut shit. She's contemplating quitting uni because she enjoys working more. How would you feel about that if she did? I would say the biggest lesson I learned from uni was that uni could be a really great thing to do. A really, really great thing to do if you know why you're going there in the first place. You know, which wasn't the case when I was in uni. It was a little bit different. But yeah, I think if you know what you want to do, what you're trying to do, and uni factors into that, then yeah, uni could be great. But if not, then yeah, it could be a lot. And I mean, I don't know, it's difficult because I wouldn't want to tell people to quit, because of course having any kind of qualification, regardless of whether you end up using it or not, can still be a good thing. But it depends on, you know, how you go from there. But yeah, not really up to me, is it? I think she is talented, and I would like her to go on to make something of herself, but just to do what's right for her. Indeed, yeah, indeed. And uni can be a part of that, or it doesn't necessarily have to be, you know. But there's plenty of opportunities in the world now to make your way through life without going through the traditional routes of, you know, go to school, get a job, and, you know, work your way up, and, you know, that sort of thing. Like there's a lot more. I mean, there's always been opportunities, but it's just a lot more commonplace now, where a lot of these, you know, say non-traditional ways of making money are becoming much more commonplace, to the point where it's maybe
Your hand looks stupid. Second password.
you know,
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Steven, the new line of blocks.
I think back in the day it was very much, you know, you gotta go to uni, you gotta go to college, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, because that was like the only way a person who, you know, like say if you're coming up from being, you know, poor or whatever, like the only way you can really kind of make it is by, you know, getting a qualification in something. Well, not the only way, but the most realistic way is by getting a qualification in something and getting a job. And you kind of realize more and more that the world hasn't been like that for a long time. There's plenty of people who've gone to uni, got qualifications, and still struggle to find work, you know. So yeah, I think it's a lot to do with just knowing what it is that you want out of life and working towards that. And if uni factors into that, then great. If not, then that's cool too, you know. But it's just first knowing who you are, what is it you're trying to do, what are you passionate about, and how does uni, jobs, and everything else factor in, if at all. I don't know, regardless, she is a good lass with a good head on her shoulders. Scott finally learns his lesson. Isn't lass a type of dog though? I'm sure lass is a type of dog, or I don't know. Maybe we have different slang terms.
So are we all good?
Oh wait, here we go. Lass, Scottish Northern, a girl or young woman. Okay.
We done?
He married a lass from Yorkshire.
I thought we had a fight going on here.
Well, you've got to fight, all right.
Wrong move, baby.
Yeah. Because I'm more used to hearing things like lassie. Which was a TV show way back in the day. I think you mean lassie, that's a dog, yeah. Yeah. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, and eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Still like her. Those both be girls.
Oh, yeesh. It's impressive that you look up slang. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, you know. I'm trying to understand things. Haze knows everything. Asterisk. As in, I don't know everything, but you know, I'll try. I'll try to learn stuff. Sometimes I even remember it.
Who do you think you are, Pinto? You think you're better than me? I'll tell you what you are. Pain in my past. No. How long? To get all the Evil X's contact information so I can form this stupid league? Like 2 hours.
Kev.
2 hours. You're not cool enough for Ramona. You're
This is my fruit bat, Kevin.
me.
I used to know a Kevin when I was in school.
What's happening? I'm blowing up right now.
You are blowing up.
Right now. But yeah, I used to know a Kevin back in school. He lived quite close to the school. And one day he came in and he'd stolen some money from his mum. It was like £70. I can't remember exactly how much, but I think it was around £70. It's quite a lot of money, especially when like you're a kid and you don't have any money. And we ended up bunking off school and just getting chips, playing arcades.
Hey, right?
Good times, man. Good times.
You should make a good comeback. Yeah?
Nigga Scott.
Nigga Scott.
Yeah, still a little bit too close.
No. This is
I knew
something I
Kevin.
practice
His mum loved me. Well, why wouldn't she?
myself.
Solo round.
What happened?
Oh, nothing. We just shot the shit. He's just a really nice guy. We're gonna get brunch next week. We actually have a line.
It's getting really shaggy.
It is.
Yeah. You should probably get it cut.
Yeah, you're right. Should get it cut. Hey. You going?
Should probably disappear.
Mm. Same Kevin I knew though. He brought a knife into school once, and I think one of the teachers caught wind that he might have had it on him, and he asked me to hold on to it for a little while because he reckon, I guess, what he knew to when the teams were gonna come search him. So
Being the nicest guy.
yeah. Hid somebody's knife in my bag and gave it back to him afterwards. I think I gave it back to him the next day, actually, if I remember correctly. I think I had it for at least a day and I gave it back to him. But hey, if somebody steals money from their mum and spends it on your chips and arcade games, you do stupid things when you're a kid. Nice child deserves better. She was 17, but still a lot more mature than everybody else. I think I'm highly lovable. A bit quirky, but still. Kevin with his knife, monkey with his rifle. Hey, what can I say? Weapons, man, weapons. Yeah, it's one of these things, unfortunately. School I went to, it wasn't uncommon for someone to have a weapon around. I mean, that makes it sound worse than it was, to be fair, but it happened enough for it to be an issue, I'd say. And there was one incident in particular where one of the girls, I think she was a year or two older than me, well, is a year or two older than me, well, assuming she's still with us. But yeah, one of the girls in the older years got stabbed in the playground and by another student. And yeah, it was just crazy. I remember like it happening, and I remember the day, I think they just kind of rushed everybody inside the building. It was happening, I think, during the lunchtime or something like that, and they kind of rushed everybody back into the building, and you didn't really know what was going on, just thinking, what's going on? And then you started hearing things, someone got stabbed. And then the classroom that I was in, you could see what was going on from the window where she was on the floor. There's a few people around, some of the teachers around there. They called the ambulance. I remember the ambulance taking ages to come, like proper ages. Like, I don't know how long, but it's got to be at least 20-30 minutes. You know, it just took to be fair, I don't know what a normal time for an ambulance arrival is, but it felt like forever. And but yeah, I mean, she was okay. She survived it. She was on crutches for a while, and the guy who stabbed her, he got expelled. And I think less than a year later, he was let back into school. And she was still there, by the way. You know, they did something where they like, I guess he couldn't be around her or something like that. But you're in the same school, like it's just but yeah, it'd be like that. I imagine it was probably something to do with legally he has to be in school, and maybe there weren't any other schools that would take him. I guess it was something to do with that. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but I just know that he came back to the same school after he got expelled. He came back. It was less than a year later, and yeah, there's a reason why my school was the second worst in the country at the time. But yo, that was that was Scott Pilgrim versus the World. That was a good movie. I like that movie. Funny film. Worth checking out. Worth watching properly. If you've seen it, if that's the first time you're watching it, hopefully I didn't disturb you too much. But hopefully you still got enough from it to enjoy watching, or at least enough for it to want to watch it again to see it properly. That's bad indeed. Oof. Yeah, indeed, man. I mean, my school was it was something. It was notorious. I mean, like I said, it was the second worst school in the country at the time. The worst school in the country was maybe less than a mile away from my school. And that was a school where the headmaster got killed. He was stabbed outside the school. It was on the news at the time. It was pretty big news at the time, actually. I mean, this would have been mid-90s, I think, around about then. But yeah, it was pretty big news at the time. I don't know if it was national news, but certainly big London news. There was like gangs involved and that sort of thing, and you know, there was like one of the kids from that school, I think, got involved with a rival gang, and they came to the school, and it just escalated, and the headmaster ended up getting stabbed and killed, and you know. So yeah, my school was second worst. The actual worst was not that far from me, so that's how I grew up. That's where I'm from. Cool film, enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Awesome. I did the Shell's life in comparison. Well, I mean, there's advantages to I say advantages, that sounds a bit bad, but in terms of living through that, there's certain things that you learn that can help you in life. So I'd say there's advantages to going through that and understanding how it can be with people. But I feel, of course, there's advantages to not having to go through that, because it's it could be a little bit traumatic. But yeah, I think one of the lessons that I try to keep with me is that, in fact, actually, big up to Abba and Preach. I don't know if you watch their YouTube channel, Abba and Preach, but they said this recently in one of their videos, where, you know, when the whole thing with Fresh and Fit blew up and they were challenging him to a fight, and when they accepted it, they backed down. And Abba, I think it was Abba that was saying this. He was saying that, you know, when you've been through violence, you know it's not something to play with. And I feel like that's kind of how I see it as well. When you see how things can escalate so quickly and so badly, you know it's nothing to play with. Like, you don't go around acting like, you know, you're some tough guy with people, you know, acting like, you know, you're hard and all that kind of stuff, like you're a gangster and this, that, and the other, because you know somebody's gonna take you up on an offer. You know, when you see that happen, you realize this is nothing to play with. But then you see people who maybe haven't been through that, and maybe only hear about it in movies and rap songs, and they think it's all cool or whatever, and they start acting a certain way, and just like, bro, chill, because maybe I'm not the one that's gonna fight you, but you act like that around the wrong person, and it's over. You know what I mean? It's over. It's not like in the movies where you punch somebody once and you knock them out clean. Like, nah, you don't knock somebody out with one punch. Like you have to hit somebody ridiculous. I mean, think about it. Boxers don't even knock somebody out with one punch, right? It's not like that. Like the way people like kind of romanticize these things, it's like, no, when you've seen it happen, it's nothing to play with. You know, it's nothing to play with, because it will end badly, and most likely will end badly for you. You know. So yeah, don't do it. I've been in a lot of fights when I was a kid, and all dumb reasons. So when I left Hull, it wasn't as bad as it is now. Crime here in recent years has gone right up. Oof. Yeah, everybody wants to do something, man. I mean, I get why certain things happen. I mean, when you look at, you know, opportunities and living, and it's easy to say things like we all make choices and we all have opportunities, which is true. But I think one of the problems is that not everybody realizes the opportunities that are available to them, because when you're looking out, sometimes the opportunities that are available, sometimes all the opportunities that are available to you aren't necessarily presenting themselves when you need them to present themselves. So you might feel like you don't have a choice, even though you have a choice, But I get it. It could feel like you don't have a choice, and sometimes how things feel versus what is actually happening aren't always the same thing. But when it feels that way, that could be as good as reality. You know, when you feel a certain thing, even if it's not necessarily actual truth, it can feel as good as reality. So I get it, man. I'm not saying it's okay, but I get why it happens. I haven't personally been around violence. I was in a mentally abusive relationship. I never knew because it was violent. Yeah, abuse exists in a lot of different forms. Whether it's mentally abusive, verbally abusive, physically abusive, power abusive, you know. I think any kind of abuse could be damaging. You know, I don't believe this thing where people kind of feel like one type of abuse is not as bad as another type of abuse. I don't think that's true. You know, I think they're all just as damaging, or at least all have the potential to be just as damaging. Of course, it depends on the extent of the abuse itself. But yeah, don't nobody got it easy, man. And that much I do know. Don't nobody got it easy. Everybody struggles with something and suffers in some way. We just don't all suffer in the same ways. And yeah, it's not about who has it worse or this, that, and the other. I think that's a dumb argument. Well, it's a pointless argument of who has it worse. You know, it's just more like, look, it's not about who has it worse. We all have problems. We just have different problems. And rather than get into this whole thing about these problems are more important or that these, no, I mean, you got to deal with the things that are happening to you, of course. But we need to acknowledge the things that are happening to other people. And I think that's something that doesn't happen enough of. We get into this whole thing about denying other people's problems because, you know, we want to focus on ours. And it's like, we can focus on two things. We can talk about your problems and their problems, and we can have compassion for people. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of the things that we go through, I mean, we have the problems, and then you have the further problem of the way we deal with the problem. You know what I mean? Like, you have the thing that's causing an issue, and then on top of that, the way we deal with the issue creates more issues. But yeah, more compassion, more understanding. Not everything's a competition. Hey, what do I know? I'm just some Ghanaian in it. I'm just some dude on the internet that watches movies and plays video games and puts out videos about bicycles. Well, not really about a bicycle, but involved a bicycle. Hey, at the end of the day, we all have our limits. Some of us have higher than others. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. It's like, if you hear about somebody's problems and you're kind of thinking to yourself that you can handle that problem pretty easily. Like, if it happened to you, you can handle it pretty easily. You know, that may very well be the case. Maybe if it happened to you, it's something you can deal pretty easily. But to that person, yeah, that could be like the worst thing ever. And I think that's a thing to keep in mind as well, that just because it might be a nothing problem to you, that doesn't mean it's a nothing problem. You know, because everybody's points of reference is different, right? Because it's like, I could talk about, and I don't know, like going to the shops and not having the food item that I'm looking for and how that's a problem. That might sound like nothing to most people, but to me that could be like the worst thing ever. And then you got somebody who's like, well, they don't even know when their next meal's coming from. But then you got people who are like, they don't even know if they're going to be alive by the end of the day because they live in a war zone. You know, so it's like we just have different points of references. You know, so it's not about who has it worse. It's just we have different point of references. That the worst problem for you might be a nothing problem to somebody else, but it's still a bad problem for you. You know, you still feel that. I know they say this thing about, oh yeah, you know, this, you know, about to try and was it be grateful because somebody else has it worse, and I don't think that's a reason to be grateful, to be honest. You know, I don't think that's a reason to be grateful. I mean, the fact that somebody else has it worse doesn't make me feel better. It's like, it just means we both have problems. Somebody having worse problems than me doesn't mean that I no longer have a problem, right? It's like, okay, I still have to deal with what I'm dealing with though. Like, just because somebody else is dealing with something far worse, I still need to deal with the thing that I'm dealing with. So it's like, I don't see why that's supposed to make you feel, oh, somebody also has it worse. It's like, so? Somebody else isn't dealing with my problem. I got to deal with my problem. But yeah, we just have different point of references, and your upbringing and your life experiences and everything that you go through in your life is going to determine, you know, your attitude and how you handle the things that happen to you. But whether or not somebody else has it worse or not is irrelevant, to be honest. It's just, well, not irrelevant, but you know, it's not going to have any effect on how your problems make you feel. It's like, you still have to deal with that. You're better at this than you think. Maybe I should start one of those agony uncle channels or something. I don't know. I'm just old and watch a lot of TV. That's not true, I don't watch TV. Yeah. But yeah, man. Life throws things at you. You try to deal with it as best as you can. I do believe that nobody's given a burden greater than they can handle. I do believe that. That's a religious thing. I do believe that. But I think, at least for myself anyway, I think one of the things is that it's difficult to remember that sometimes. And you're just like, But yeah, somehow, some way we get through it. We gonna make it or we gonna die trying. You know what? So last time we did movie night, I mean, usually I try to pick the next movie on the day, right? And I didn't do that last time, and I ended up forgetting that I haven't picked a movie. And then it was only recently, I was like, oh damn. So let me try and think of a movie now that could be a good movie for next movie night. Let's see what we got here. You got any suggestions? It's all cool. Preferably either something on Netflix or maybe a what's the word I'm looking for? What else is it called? Public domain movie. Either something on Netflix or a public domain movie. But I'm just looking through this. How about Attack the Block? That's a good movie. You guys seen Attack the Block? That's a good. It's only an hour and a half as well, so it's not too long. It's got John Boyega in it. John Boyega before he did Star Wars. And who else is in this? I can't remember the lady's name no more. Jodie Whittaker, that's it. Jodie Whittaker before she did Doctor Who. And was it Nick Frost is in this as well, I think, isn't it? Is it Nick Frost? Yeah, Nick Frost. Nick Frost is in this as well. But yeah, really good movie, directed by Joe Cornish. Sam's looking as well. Cool, cool, cool. Bam, 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 bam. What's the time now? It is 10:30. Or 8 Mile? How about 8 Mile? Eminem's one and only movie. Well, one and only starring role movie. I think he did another film, but it was like a much smaller role. There ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Eminem, King Basinger, Mekhi Phifer. I think I saw that once years ago. I don't remember it. Don't remember it. Okay, remember it. So, okay, yeah. It's definitely. I mean, I would say that's a really good movie. It's worth watching. If it was a while ago you saw it, if you've forgotten what happens and things like that, definitely worth checking out again. Watching it again for the first time, so to speak. Let's watch it again for the first time. There's a film, I've seen it before. It's a really good movie. It's called Don. It's a Indian cinema film starring Shah Rukh Khan and Priyanka Chopra, or Priyanka Chopra Jonas, as she's been married. He's married now. But it's a really good movie. It's long though. It's like 2 hours and 48 minutes. A little bit too long for movie night. But if you ever have a spare 2 hours and 48 minutes, Don is a really good movie, and that's on Netflix as well. So that's really cool. Army of the Dead, and that's a bit too long as well. 2 hours and 30 minutes almost. They have Law Abiding Citizen on Netflix. I didn't know that's such a good film. Law Abiding Citizen. That's a Jamie Foxx movie, isn't it? I don't think I've seen that, you know. Law Abiding. Is it Jamie? Wait, let's see. Yeah, Jamie Foxx is in this movie. Jamie Foxx and Gerard Butler. Yeah, they're both in this movie. Alright, shall we do this one then? Movie night for the next movie night in a couple of weeks. Law Abiding Citizen. LAC. It's an hour 48 minutes. That's alright. Less than 2 hours, so we're good with that. We're good with that. Alright then. Law Abiding Citizen on Netflix. That's that settled. Appreciate the recommendation, Sam. Oh, what's the time, Mr. Wolf? It is 10:30. Ugh. Just added that to the list. Netflix got they got a lot of movies on Netflix. They got a lot of movies on Netflix. A lot of movies that I haven't seen, more specifically. Ash versus the Evil Dead. Oh, is that a TV show actually? I think that's. Yeah, okay, 3 seasons. I've not watched this either. How long is this? 3 seasons, about 10 episodes each. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. Let me see if I can add that to my list. I'll see if I can get through that at some point though. Not now. Maybe, you still need to get through Humans. Then maybe Atypical after that. And then we'll try Ash vs. the Evil Dead. I need more time, man. I need more time. There's so many things I want to watch, but it's just like, bruh, the time. They got a film called The Babysitter. I'm pretty sure I've seen The Babysitter, actually. I don't remember it being particularly good, to be honest with you. But I'm pretty sure I've seen it. Why don't we do a TV show? Just an idea. I mean, that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. I don't mind that. Maybe do like, I don't know, 2-3 episodes of a show. Well, I guess it depends on how long the episodes are. But yeah, maybe 2, 3, 4 episodes of a show, something like that. But if we're gonna do a show, I mean, I guess the only possible issue is when it comes to shows, people are often in different parts of the shows that they're watching. Like some people at the beginning, some people at the end, and it can get a bit mixed up. But as long as it's something that either everybody's seen before or maybe people don't really care too much, I guess it's not too much of an issue. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. But yeah, we could do a show. Maybe do that afterwards, though. Maybe think of what a good show to do. Maybe something relatively short and not too story focused. Like comedy's probably really good because comedies can kind of just jump in and out for the most part. It doesn't matter if you don't start from the beginning and that kind of thing. So maybe like a sitcom. But yeah, all right. Maybe let's start looking up some TV shows then that we could check out on the movie night or TV night, I guess it would be. Oh, but for now, I think that's time to start wrapping down. Wrapping down or wrapping up? One of them. Both the same thing in the end, really. Zombieland's a good movie, by the way. I don't know if you've seen Zombieland, but that's a really good movie. Maybe we have to do that for a movie night one of these days as well, actually, because that's a... We start together and only watch it on stream nights, so we're all in the same page. Ooh, okay, well that's one way of doing it. That's one way of doing it. Alright. Interesting. Alright then, well, okay. Gonna have to start looking around for some TV shows. See what we can do. But yeah. Cool. Oh, they got Child's Play on Netflix. Is this the oh wait, it's a remake, Child's Play. Yeah, it's a remake. I haven't seen a remake though, but I know Mark Hamill's in the remake, I think. Yeah, Mark Hamill's in it. Let me add it to my list. I'll do one. I'd watch it another time. Don't have to be just a suggestion. Well, it's a good suggestion. But yeah, gonna have to look at what can be done with it. Appreciate the suggestion. They're doing a TV show on Child's Play. Really? Well, that would be interesting. There's like a million Child's Play movies at this point, or Chucky movies, I guess. There's maybe only like 3 Child's Play movies. The rest of them are called Chucky this, Chucky that, Curse of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, Chucky climbs a bridge. I don't know, like I think there's like Child's Play 1, 2, and 3, and the rest are like Chucky something or other. So, but yeah, the original Child's Play back in the 80s was. I haven't seen a remake, but it's only an hour and a half, so maybe that's one to do for like a horror movie night or something. Actually, Child's Play remake. Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh, is that on Netflix as well? Damn it. Oh, I don't think I have Nightmare on Netflix. Nightmare on Elm Street on Netflix. Oh well. Maybe I got it on Amazon though. Amazon Prime. Jennifer Tilly is in the Child's Play show. Jennifer Tilly, I remember her. Can't remember what I remember her from, but I remember the name. She's in a movie. She's in a few movies actually. They got it, but you gotta rent or buy it, so no, allow it. Allow that one, man. Oh well. A Nightmare on Elm Street. That's a good movie though, still. Oh, Nightmare till okay, I'll say it, man. Nightmare on Elm Street TV show. Gotcha. Well, I guess they've run out of ideas, so everything's either a remake or a reboot or an adaptation of some kind, or such is life. But yeah. I think that's gonna be where we wrap it up for now, though. I'm gonna go get some rest. But that was fun, though. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I had fun. I hope you had fun too. Brother Chucky. Oh, Jennifer Tills and Brother Chucky. Right? Yes. I'll need to look her up though, because she's in a film that I remember. I know I've seen her name before. I just can't remember the name of the film. It's probably a porno or something. But but yeah, that's gonna be it for now, guys. To all the talkers and the stalkers, to the stayers and the strayers, I appreciate you and all that you do. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for keeping it bound. Yeah, that's the movie. That's the one, Bound. And yeah, that is kind of I mean, it's not far off a porno, to be honest with you. It's not that far off. It's like there's porn, right? And then Bound is like maybe just theirs. It's not that far off. But yeah. Should hopefully be streaming next on Wednesday and then Friday as well. In fact, if all goes well, I've got some plans for the channel, and hopefully that all comes to fruition. Trying to get some people to do some guest interview, chat, podcast type things, and I've got one guy who's agreed to do it so far, and yeah, hopefully that all goes well. Hopefully I'll have a good chat, and I'll record it and then put it up on the channel. We'll talk about various things like YouTube and inspirations and things like that. This particular guy though is big into like heavy rock music and wrestling and comic books. So yeah, we're going to talk about those too. Well, that's the plan at least anyway. And but yeah, hopefully it's hopefully it all comes to fruition. And yeah, I'll be putting it up on the channel in the coming days, weeks, and stuff like that. But for now, guys, you've been awesome as always. Until whenever, if ever, if I can find the right button, here we go. Peace.